he wants to talk about what Kant meant, not about the meaning of Kant's philosophy. That's different. That's your interpretation. That's your reality. He wants to talk about Kant's reality, what Kant meant when he said it. And that you again and again you hear them say, for Kant, or for Derrida, or for so-and-so, for Nietzsche, the blah 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 blah, for Rand, blah 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 blah, for this person or that person, it's different. You know, for this person, blah, for Rand. So that's where that comes from, is that non-objectivity, an outlook that believes that objectivity is impossible, that you can never be objective, you can never know the truth with certainty. And Zorio says it's impossible to know the truth with certainty. Are you certain, Zorio? Because if you are, then you fail elementary logic. You fail. Now, yeah, so some people take the opposite view of Ayn Rand that I take with Zorio. I don't care how polite Zorio is. His ideas don't matter. He is evil. He's preaching every moment for subjectivism and Kantianism. And then he has the verve to come out and say he's an Aristotelian. Jesus on his throne. So anyways, and I don't care if Ayn Rand insults audience members sometimes accidentally. Sometimes there was just a misunderstanding, but the insult was already out there. I don't care. It doesn't turn me off of her philosophy. I don't care about Leonard Peikoff's popedom. Read his fact and value essay and judge for yourself. That's what convinces me. So I read that one day in sociology class, I think over a period of 2 or 3 days, during sociology class instead of paying attention to the lecture. You judge for yourself. Go to the original sources. Now my whole point with the Kant, I would never deride original sources. I sort of did against Zorio, because I knew that if we got to the original source, we would be nowhere. And what happened? Qtron Man was kind enough to take us to the original source. Zorio himself brought the original source out, and we didn't get anywhere. Going to the original source was not the issue in this case. So it wasn't, there was nothing to be done by going to the original source, except just by proving, conclusively and totally and exhaustively that Zorio won't connect two thoughts to save his life. Sorry if I offend people. I'm sorry if I get on people's nerves. I'm sorry if I have no personal skill, interpersonal people skills, whatever it is. But when I look at Ben Franklin, as much as I admire him, and I look at Socrates, let's say, as smart as he was, and I have to side with the Ayn Rands and the Leonard Peikoffs and the there's a guy, and the Ignaz Semmelweis's from Mavericks, Miracles, and Medicine by Julian Fenster. Ignaz Semmelweis was a great guy who said, look, we got to wash our hands in this hospital. He said we're operating on people right after we handle corpses, and people are dying because of this. And he was thrown out of his position. They took the disinfectant baths out and went back to the old policies, and he ended up standing outside of the hospital screaming, wash your hands. He had no personal skills whatever, and he died not seeing his thing come to fruition, or he never saw it to come to fruition himself. He had to see other people finally accomplish it years later. And the point of all that is, are the Ben Franklins and Socrates more effective than the Ayn Rands and Leonard Peikoffs and Ignaz Semmelweisses, and the people who just throw their hands up and say, I don't care about the people. I don't care about my detractors. You know, I don't care about this dialogue, interaction. I'm interested in the truth. You know, as abrupt and as rude and as non-personal as I may seem, I'm not going to give that personality trait up. Maybe I could tone down calling Zorio a pinhead, but the pinhead bit was toned down.